I bit. Welcome back to another episode of Toxiris Rates. Today we got May 14th, and let's get into the new releases. So today I'm gonna start off with a banger, or with a very popular song. We got Migos-Straightenin, and this is the first Migos single in a long time. They haven't dropped in quite a bit. I gotta say that I'm kind of disappointed, but kind of impressed, because on one hand, the Offset and Takeoff verses were very impressive and very enjoyable to me, but the hook and the Quavo was good, but the hook by Quavo was just trash, and those ad-libs in the background sounded like a Travis Scott impression. I'm sorry. So that's not a playlist ad, but I understand why people would like it. Then we got Internet Money, His and Hers with Gunna, Lil Uzi Vert, and Don Toliver. This is basically a try to recreate Lemonade, in my opinion. Like, this is Lemonade, just a bit worse. I mean, it's not a bad song. Like, if you listen to this in the right setting, in like a summer setting with a good vibe on it, I'm pretty sure it's very enjoyable. Like, it grew on me. Like, when I was listening to this when I was tired, I didn't enjoy it quite as much as I do now that I'm fully awake and with more energy. So definitely a playlist ad and a good track. Then we got a more underground song. We got Bizzy Banks-City Hot. Bizzy Banks, for the people who don't know, is one of the biggest New York City drill rappers, and I would argue one of the best. He has dropped a new song called City Hot, how I said it, and I gotta say, it's pretty good, but I feel like he kind of takes Leaky G Bando's flow here, which is fine. They are very good friends and have like the same gang and everything, but I feel like this is not the Bizzy that I prefer. But it's still a very good song. It's still got a fire-ass beat and good performance overall, but I feel like he could have done more with that beat, because the beat was very good in my opinion. Then the next single is Lil Gnar-New Bugatti with Ski Mask and Chief Keef. Bro, when I seen that, I was so hyped up. I was like, yo, this shit gonna be fire. This shit gonna be a hit. Let's go. Because I love Ski Mask. I enjoy some Chief Keef, mostly old Chief Keef. And Lil Gnar is okay. He has a couple songs that are listenable. It's trash. I mean, Ski Mask was very good on it. Ski Mask killed it. Chief Keef was boring as fuck, but it's new Chief Keef, I guess. It's just not for me. And Lil Gnar, that hook was just not it. I mean, it was not that bad, but it's just mid to me. It's okay. It's nothing too crazy. It might grow on me. I added it to my playlist, so it might grow on me. But right now, nah, bruh, that ain't it. Then we got a surprise drop. Fivio, Foreign, and Rowdy Rebel dropped Creepin just a couple hours ago on World Star Hip Hop, and this is not on streaming as far as I've seen it. And this is random because nobody told me anything about this. I've never seen anything about this, but it's like two of the biggest New York drill rappers collaborating, and nobody knows about it, huh? It's a fire song though. Felt like they could have gone in harder, but it's still a very good track. It's Rowdy Rebel and Fivio. What do you expect? So yeah, very good track. Then we got another Rowdy Rebel collab with A Boogie, 9 Bridge. This one has been announced weeks ago, and there's been a couple snippets floating around, and it's still a good track. It's very good. I think I added it to my playlist. Next thing, we got Seeing Green by Nicki Minaj, Drain, and Lil Wayne. So, well, Nicki Minaj released one of her earliest tapes on streaming services, and not much changed other than this song being added. And it's a very good track. It has a beautiful instrumental, and I feel like all three float over this instrumental very beautifully. Nicki might have the best part. Wayne might have the second best, and I would put Drake last, but they're all pretty good, so it's very close, and you could argue about that for a very long time. But it's not that bad. Then we got Dusty Locane-Rollin, and Controllin' Part 2. Many people probably know Dusty Locane only for Rollin' and Controllin' Part 1. That was a pretty good song. Many people said he's just a Pop Smoke clone. Now he's pretty big. I don't know. I don't see nothing too special in him, not because he's a Pop Smoke clone. He's just a New York drill rapper with a deep voice that raps woo, or raps the Crips at least. I just don't see anything special overall. I feel like if I need that music, I go to Pop Smoke, I go to Abracadabra, I go to Shaw EK. That's just different people I would listen to other than him. But that track is pretty good. It has a very beautiful sample and singing in the background, but his performance is just pretty standard, slow type New York drill. Nothing too crazy, but pretty good. Then as the last single, we got NBA Youngboy-White Teeth. And I'm not a Youngboy fan, for the people who don't know this. I'm not a hater. I mean, I only hate on him occasionally and mostly as a joke because his fans are pretty annoying. But that track has been pretty good. I feel like he could do better, but that's with every Youngboy song. I feel like there's always, it just feels kind of rushed sometimes. But this track at least had a couple very enjoyable melodies, better than many of the tracks that I've heard from him. But it's a pretty solid track. Nothing that I would like go crazy to, but it's a solid track. That's all I'm gonna say. Then we get into the projects. Now the first project I want to touch is Kodak Black-Haitian boy Kodak. What the fuck was this project? I'm not a Kodak fan. I'm more of a Kodak hater. I see the influence he had. I appreciate the influence he had. I appreciate the many artists that came out of his influence. Hot Boy, Jack Boy. I appreciate it, okay? But Kodak himself is just not enjoyable to me. His voice, the way he tries to make melodies, the way he flows, nah, bro, that ain't it for me. It's just not for me, I guess. But yeah, this is just bad. Like, I have one song on here that might be listenable, but other than that, this is just pure ass. There's one song where it's literally just like there's no beat and he's just talking and rambling. It's if you listen, it's pretty it's pretty interesting what he's saying, but just as a song, I feel like it's not interesting at all. Next project we got is The Hxliday, The Most Beautiful Disaster, and I gotta say, this project is two-faced. It has 2 discs, even though it's only 9 tracks long, but I guess it has 2 discs, and the first disc is trash. You can literally skip the first disc. The first disc has only songs that made me scratch my head and made me literally want to tap out. But the second half got like 3 enjoyable tracks. The track with Polo G is pretty enjoyable too, but I feel like I just didn't enjoy that one quite as much. I feel like there wasn't that catchy of a hook and that much to it at all. But the other ones are pretty catchy, and if you like that type of style, even though it's very cliche emo shit, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Then we got 21 Savage, aka Slaughter Gang, the Spiral soundtrack. And this is interesting. It's a 4-track EP for the Saw movie upcoming, or I don't know what the fuck that is, but it is for Saw. That's all I'm gonna know. It's pretty solid. We already heard the track Spiral last week, I'm pretty sure, and we getting 3 additional tracks. One of them is by Young-Nudy alone. That's a pretty okay one. I'm not the biggest Young-Nudy fan. I don't know. Then we got a track with a couple of Slaughter Gang members and a singing feature was beautiful. That's in my playlist. And then we get a track by 21 Savage and Gunna and Thugger. Gunna killed that one. Gunna carried that song, and it's a very good song. Catchy hook. Thugger did his thing. 21 did his thing. Good song. Moving on. Then we got a Deluxe by Lil Skies-Unbothered Deluxe. This Deluxe has been teased for ages at this point. I mean, the album is not out for ages, but as long as it's been out, this Deluxe has been teased. And it's pretty good. It has a couple good tracks, like the Trippie Redd one is pretty good. The Draco the Ruler one is pretty good. But other than that, it's just making a album that was the perfect length. It's making it too long for me, so I don't know. Y'all know I don't like Deluxes, but yeah. Let's move on. Then we got the highlight of the day. J. Cole, Jermaine Cole, The Off Season. This has not been teased for a long time. Nonetheless, this has built up a huge hype, okay? I'm talking huge, okay? I was scared this album might be trash, or not trash. I mean, J. Cole wouldn't put out a trash album, but I was kind of worried this album might be mid or only okay. Guess I was wrong. I mean, I'm happy I'm wrong because I like good music, but I was very wrong. This album is very good. I enjoy it. I'm already looking forward to seeing Anthony Fantano giving it a 5 or something, but I love this album. It has a couple very good tracks. The features are unexpected. I'm not going to tease them in case y'all haven't heard the album yet, but I'm going to say all of them were good, but the singing one was the best in my opinion. Still, very good and very surprising features. Not listed on Spotify in case y'all want to just go in there and see it. Y'all got to go on Genius to see them if you don't want to listen to the songs. I would recommend doing that though. And yeah, with that being said, this was today's Toxiris rates. Let me know what I missed. Let me know what you think about the albums and songs I reviewed in the comments. And have a good one. Remember back
back then, all them hoes ain't want me. Now I'm ballin', all them same hoes on me. Mama told me that this came with the money and the motherfucking fame, even though I feel the same. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga.